Hello there, my name is Rick Dipley. I am a music festival photographer, videographer, and a lot of other things. I'm venturing into music journalism, and I wanted to bring you an interview that I shot at Backwoods Music Festival this summer with Calliope Musicals. They are, they're becoming one of my favorites. You should really check their music out. I'll leave links in the description, and I'll also be posting links on Facebook and possibly even Instagram this week with a picture of them and whatever else. Anyway, the point of this interview was to provide sort of an inside look to musicians' lives, unlike what you usually read in the tabloids like Rolling Stone and everything else. I'm not gut punching anybody, not downing anybody. Wanting to approach this in a little bit different of a light. People work very, very hard to bring you entertainment, and a lot of times when people don't realize, a $20 ticket to help a band get across the country just to share their music with others, dude, it's magic. It's a miracle that it all happens in the first place, and it takes a really amazing group of people in order to do so. So first, I wanted to apologize about the sound quality, the shakiness of the camera. The length of the interview is quite long, so I will split it up into two pieces. I hope you really enjoy it. Without further ado, I bring to you Calliope Musicals. Hello, everybody. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Who are we speaking with today?
We're Calliope Musicals. We're from Austin, Texas. I'm Carrie.
I'm Andrew. I'm Josh. Craig.
Jerry. Matt. Chris.
Nice to meet you guys. So, is this your first time playing Backwoods?
No, we were here last year actually. It was a good time. We were excited to get to come back.
Played the same stage last year as Globe Theater. We will be playing tonight.
Yeah. They have like a speakeasy underneath it. It's awesome.
Don't tell everybody.
Well, I'm going to
no,
tell them how to
you
find
don't walk
it.
around. You still have to be able to know how to get in.
Imagination built the coolest things over there. I like the carriage house that everyone's sitting in, like out in the audience.
Oh.
The carriage
Oh,
house
yeah.
built into like a wall this year.
Yeah, they were at Electric Forest too, and they did this like giant spaceship. And you walk in, and it's like all of them are dressed as aliens and robots and stuff, and everything's like metallic and silver and foggy. They're really good at creating an environment.
All right. And what festivals can we expect to see you guys at after Backwoods?
We're doing Utopia Fest, which is kind of like our home base festival. It's really fun, small, one on, one off for bands, so you don't have to miss anybody. And it's like in the most beautiful place ever. And then Sound on Sound is also in Austin, right outside of Austin. It's the new Fun Fest.
It's at a Ren Fair, which is going to be amazing. I'll dress up.
Should we talk louder?
Just a little bit, if that'll help.
I'm going to dress up as Elf, maybe Dwarf, maybe
A winch!
Wench.
Yeah.
Shoot big, shoot for the sky. Andrew's a magician.
Oh, God.
I've kind of wondered. This is something I like to ask artists generally, because you guys spend a lot of time together on the road, and everybody has their favorites and favorites and not favorites about anything. When you guys get to do a festival versus a regular show, what is your favorite thing about an actual venue versus festival? And what is your least favorite on the two as well?
My favorite thing about a festival is that it's not a venue.
Louder.
My favorite thing about a festival is that it's not a venue. I love everything about music festivals. But everyone has different reasons, even in the band, of why we love like festivals and venues, which makes this even more interesting.
Yeah, I like the people at festivals. They like come to be part of, instead of being a spectator, they come to be part of the environment. So they dress up, they're like super excited, they have like something they want to offer to you. It's a lot more of an exchange than you get at just kind of a regular music venue. People are a lot more open and like ready to get down. It's fun.
I also feel like a positive with a venue, maybe not all the time, because I love festivals too, is that sometimes you can find yourself at a festival and feel like you had a great time, but the people there had so much to see that maybe you were just a blip. Whereas at a venue, if you go to the right venue, the people bought tickets, they're ready to see you, they're gonna buy your merch, they're gonna remember who you are, and you might get more of like a positive, like, band thing out of it.
Like making new fans
Yeah,
and friends.
exactly.
Absolutely, because you got, I personally think on that you kind of get more of an intimate feel with sometimes with a venue
Yes.
versus a festival.
Right.
Now, if you are like a closer or something like that, yeah, you
Obviously.
hop off stage and party.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I think that's kind of what separates. Because even I've got some friends that were acts out here at Backwoods that it was just so early in the day. People are getting their day together, and it's
Wake
difficult to
up.
make it to a show at 8 a.m. or 11
No,
a.m.
yeah, totally. We
I
played
mean-
at 10 a.m. on a Saturday slot. It's,
Yeah.
we crawl into that stage. Our like close friends that drove there with us missed it. They're like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's tough time.
And your least favorite thing on the verses.
I mean, sleeping outside is tough on me because I'm a singer, but that's just a wimpy reason.
Favorite. Well, I feel the lack of sleep on the just in
In
the
general.
tent in general with different festivals. You know, they're all different, but a lot of music's going on all through the night, and then it starts again pretty early. There's a very little gap of silence,
Yeah.
and if there is any silence, usually the car next to you is blasting.
And if you had been touring for like a week or 2 weeks before, and then you had a festival, you want to like let loose, but then you're like, I need sleep.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
it's not like I
yeah.
just came from home and I'm here for 3 days and I'm back at yeah.
But if they just make the coffee stronger,
Yeah.
then we can just do it. Because like being surrounded by music at a festival is also like, I feel like it's a trade-off because we lose so much sleep, which is a bummer. But at the same time, we're like surrounded by like incredibly innovative people doing like performance art and creating amazing stage shows, and we see them just like it's sensory overload. And I think it can also be like really invigorating.
Inspiring.
Yeah. It's just like hard coffee.
Absolutely, and with that added, like Festy Blues is a real thing. You know, after having all this massive overload of stimulation, you leave it. You're kind of like, I miss my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's an interesting one. Okay, so when you guys explain to your normal friends, not Festy road friends, what the road life is like, how did they react to you?
I think they think we're being a little more dramatic.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize exactly how intense it is to be, especially at our level, you know, you don't really know where you're going to be sleeping that night. You don't really, you have no, I mean, there have been plenty of times where we go into a venue and we're like, all right, like,
Everyone
let's
be
find a
friendly.
good place to sleep, like, find a floor.
And there have been plenty of times where we have spent 24 hours in the car straight. pretty
Yeah.
much, except
Or
for the
more.
stuff for like bathroom breaks and eating.
Yeah, it's pretty
But it's
rough.
like you'll even explain that and they're like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
It is, I guess. Yeah. It is pretty
So that
cool.
runs like,
I do think we have a friend named Alan who jumped in the car with us when we were in the Northwest a couple months ago, but I think after that, him being in the car for a day or two and seeing kind of how we operate and that it can be kind of tough and that we scrape by a little bit just to get it done, I think he was kind of impressed by that.
It was
cool.
funny.
It was a good feeling.
Yeah, he was like, you guys like live in here.
Yeah.
We were like, we're hungry, let's stop and make tour sammies. So we like pull off at this gas station, or this grocery store, and like everybody goes in, everybody kind of knows what to get, we get the same thing every time. Comes back out in the car and we're sitting down like, all right, like clear out the space, and like they sit down and start making sandwiches, like putting the mayo and spinach, and like
what's
Alan's
avocado?
just like, oh my gosh, y'all are, this is your kitchen, this is your
Your
bed.
bedroom and your kitchen.
It's your living room, it's
Everything
your
but the
office.
bathroom.
Yeah,
I admit
everything
it
but
though,
the
you
bathroom.
go home
Well, that's
and you
not
don't
bad.
have towards family, and you're just like, man, whatever meal is at the restaurant, part of me kind of wishes it was
Yeah, Jerry always makes tour sammies at the house.
I've actually become quite a fan of non-witches, non bread and sandwiches,
Oh yeah.
and that, I mean, that is, dude, that'll keep you alive on the road.
Yeah.
You know, and I really don't think most of the time when people really think about being on the road, they don't think about all these moments in between the shows.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, oh, you're on the road.
Yes.
Like it's only nighttime to them,
Yeah.
so they don't. And it really is not for the weak-skinned or light at heart by any means. Would you guys agree with that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I was explaining to my aunt recently in Amarillo, and she was asking about all the stuff we did, and I explained it all. She's like, I don't know how you do all that. And I think a large part of that is like nobody in my family except for me has ever done anything like this before, but they don't even like camping. Like most of my family doesn't like camping. Like I'm the only one who's liked camping before we started doing this. So they're usually pretty shocked by.
We got the right thing about the truth.
Yeah, when I started doing the festival scene quite a bit, my friends and family I felt like they were trying to do an intervention on me because I guess they thought I was a little bit off my rocker. But it's kind of these things like when I played music, there were shows that we got paid for. We knew we were going to get paid for, but there were also shows we did just because we were like, we just know it's good exposure, and sometimes you just gotta bite that bullet. Like, oh, we're gonna eat a little bit less tonight. But
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys kind of feel that same way? Do you guys?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
A lot of the summer's been that. In fact, like, I mean, the people we were working with were just like, hey, like, this is gonna be like probably your hardest summer ever of touring. We're like, thanks, you're in charge of like planning, right? And they're like, yeah, it's gonna be brutal. Not anything at all. Like, yeah, as a band, you lose those first years, and you do it to like get yourself out there, and so the people who can help you put on good shows later can just see you on a crappy Monday night, and sometimes you'll play a great venue to like nobody but a booking agent, just so that person can be like, you're a cool band, I'll have you back on Friday like next year. And it works, but it's hard.
It's definitely a slow process.
Well, yeah, and a lot of this, like, okay, for instance, I have a question. When did you guys officially start like booking shows and going out from just putting music together and actually like, well, we're gonna do this as a living?
Yeah. We've been playing shows for a while, but probably about 3
It
years
was
ago.
3 years ago, almost.
Chris and Andrew joined the band, and they'd been in the band for like 2 weeks when we recorded an EP, and then went on tour, I think like 2 months later, a month later. And then that was like a quick little 10-day tour, very poorly booked 10-day tour.
To New York with no shows.
And then we got an offer from Joshua Tree Music Festival, and they. What?
I don't know. I'm now thinking about how
I
the
know.
offer in Joshua
I know.
Tree gave us the idea to circle the country.
Circle the
Let's do a
country.
30-day tour.
And it was like looking back.
That sounds like a Gilligan's Island, like it was a 10-day tour.
Yeah, this was a
But this
40.
was
This was 40 days.
Joshua Tree offered us just enough gas money to get us to Joshua Tree, and we're like, well, we could go up the East Coast through Canada
Yeah.
and down
And
the West
across
Coast
the United
and to Joshua
States,
Tree.
like through the Dakotas.
It was best idea ever.
This was all self-booked, like, but yeah, Carrie and Chris headed booking for like the first bit because I think the idea was like, well, until we get a booking agent, it seems like we can just book shows, reach out to bands, reach out to venues, try to piece it together. It's a lot of work and stuff, but I'd say it's been a year and a half with the booking, or no, a year with the booking.
Less than a year, yeah.
With the booking.
That's awesome. And like between the times of obtaining a booking agent to now, like when did that happen? Like from that decision of fucking doing this to, man, this is gonna be a little bit easier. We got somebody else to do all this labor for us.
Yeah.
We were going there for like a year and a half, 2
Yeah.
years. Because we like tried we kept self-booking while trying out agents, and it was like, until you get to a level where it's like, hey, people are offering to be your booking agent, it's not a really good idea to have one.
Yeah,
We learned
most
that the
of
hard
them
way.
are.
Sure.
But our agent